On a cold, stormy evening, rain poured down the streets without mercy, soaking everything in its path. Inside a small roadside restaurant, a single father finished his long shift as a waiter, his clothes already damp from running back and forth to serve customers. He was exhausted, thinking only of getting home to his young daughter, who waited for him every night with hope in her eyes. As he stepped outside, preparing to walk through the rain himself, he noticed a young woman standing alone near the road. She looked frightened, shivering and completely helpless as cars splashed water around her and sped past without stopping. Without a second thought, the single father walked toward her. He didn't know her name, her background, or why she was there. All he saw was someone in danger. The rain soaked him to the bone as he offered her his jacket and asked if she was okay. Though he had little money and no extra time, he chose compassion over comfort. He helped her move to a safer place, shielding her from traffic and calling for help on her behalf. Every moment in the rain increased the risk to his own health and safety, but he never hesitated. When the woman was finally safe, he quietly walked away, refusing any reward or even a proper thank you. For him, helping her wasn't heroic, it was simply the right thing to do. As he continued his walk home through the storm, soaked and tired, his heart felt strangely light. He didn't know that this small, selfless act in the rain would soon echo far beyond that night, proving that true kindness needs no reward to be meaningful. The waiter's life was far from easy. Every day began before sunrise and ended long after dark, filled with long shifts, aching feet, and quiet worries he never spoke aloud. As a single father, he carried two heavy responsibilities on his shoulders, earning enough to survive and raising his young daughter with love and care. There was no one else to share the burden, no partner to lean on when life felt overwhelming, yet he never allowed his struggles to harden his heart. Despite working long hours at the restaurant, he always made time for his daughter. He packed her school bag, helped with homework late at night, and listened to her stories even when exhaustion begged him to sleep. Money was tight and luxuries were non-existent, but their small home was filled with warmth, laughter, and understanding. He taught her that true wealth wasn't measured in money but in character. Instead of long lectures, he taught lessons through action. When he helped strangers, spoke kindly to difficult customers, or shared what little he had with those in need, his daughter watched closely. She learned compassion by seeing her father live it every day. He reminded her that kindness costs nothing, even when life takes everything else. Some nights, after putting her to bed, he wondered if his efforts were enough. He worried about her future and whether his sacrifices would ever be understood. But every morning, when she hugged him tightly and smiled with pride, he knew he was doing something right. Through struggle and love, the waiter shaped his daughter's heart, planting values that would guide her for a lifetime, proof that even in hardship, love and kindness can thrive. A few days after the stormy night, life returned to its usual rhythm. The single father continued working long shifts, and his daughter followed her daily routine, unaware that anything extraordinary was about to happen. One evening, while sitting together in their small living room, the television played softly in the background as they shared a simple meal. Suddenly, a breaking news segment appeared on the screen, capturing the little girl's attention. She stared closely at the woman being interviewed and felt her heart race. The face looked familiar. With wide eyes, she turned to her father and said she had seen that woman before. As the report continued, the truth unfolded. The young woman was being praised publicly for surviving a dangerous situation during the heavy rain. She spoke emotionally about a kind stranger who had saved her life when no one else stopped to help. Her voice trembled as she described the waiter who gave her his jacket and ensured her safety without asking for anything in return. The daughter looked at her father in disbelief. In that moment, she realized the man she admired at home was the same quiet hero being talked about on television. Tears filled her eyes as pride replaced surprise. For the father, the moment was overwhelming. He had never expected his small act to matter beyond that night. Soon, the story spread, and people reached out to thank him and offer support. Opportunities opened that he never dreamed possible. What began as a simple choice to help someone in need became a turning point, changing their lives forever and proving that genuine kindness, even when unseen, can echo in ways beyond imagination.